Hi, I'm Bonnie.
And I'm Emily. Welcome to the Glow Up. Yay! And thank you for joining us in our third episode today. If you tuned into our last episode, you'll know that today is a brow tutorial. Okay. We have our expert specialist, Bonnie.
What?
She's driving the bus today, y'all. Ooh. Watch out. So I'm just going to be a side seat driver here, and I'm going to use a few of my own products that I really like, and Bonnie's going to walk you through it. So hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll get started.
Yes, I get to drive today. I'm so excited. If you can't tell, you may be looking at this and thinking, why do you look so weird, Bonnie? I'll tell you why. It's because I have absolutely no product on my eyes. Emily doesn't either, even though I have brow envy already, and she really doesn't need to do anything.
Girl, that's thin. The only thing thin about me is the edge of my eyebrows.
It's just, now, there's nothing wrong with the way we look. There's nothing wrong with my brows right now, but it's just very weird because I've just got, and this isn't from years of over plucking. This is just hereditary. I have my dad's eyebrows, and they're just sparse, I'll try to get in close. See, look at that.
She missing a little bit of that edge, but that's okay.
It's just hilarious. So
you make up for it with your personality.
so it's just my thing, and so I'm feeling very weird right now. And so, anyways, Emily's going to show you what, like she said, she's going to show you what she does. But because this is my favorite thing to do, I don't know if you know me personally or if you've just heard me talk about it from watching other episodes, but I like to say it is my specialty because just decades and years of practicing because of my lack of a brow, it's what I'm best at. First and foremost, there are, the brow boom has gotten so big and there are so many brow products. And that's the first thing, one of the first things I get asked is, I don't even know what to use.
Or where to start.
Or where to start, right. So it's really important that you first don't look at like other social media influencers, TV ads, commercials, whatever. Don't look at a brow and think, ooh, that's trendy. Of course, do I have serious eyebrow envy of a lot of people? Yes, when I see these, like right now it's trendy to have these thick eyebrows that are like brushed up. They're beautiful. Could I do that with the magic of makeup? Yes, I could, but nobody's got time for that. So, plus, I've done it before. It doesn't really fit my face. So it's important, just like Emily talked about on the last episode, about contouring for your face. Look at your brow, and your brow map is, we
by the hair that's there.
Right, follow your own trail. See, and you can see that. Remember, my little sister reminded me of this or we were talking the other day, and your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins.
For sure. And even though, like Bonnie said, she has a different brow than I do. I have naturally thinned out on the edges because of having hypothyroidism. A lot of you may not know this, but when you have hypothyroid, the outside edges of your eyebrows can thin. So I'm going to show you how I like to fill mine in and what products I use.
The more you know. I need to put that graphic in.
That's right. Oh my God, reading Rainbow. I love that show.
So.
Okay, Bonnie's going to start. We're going to start because we know y'all don't want to hear us talk for 3 minutes straight. So
I think that they should.
Well, actually,
this is our vlogcast.
Is it right? Okay, one thing I want to add in is that, we have been wanting to incorporate subjects. That was the whole point, is not just beauty, but subjects that are interesting and subjects that a lot of women go through.
Life experiences.
So Bonnie and I are both single currently, and we have a lot of funny dating stories, but we also asked you guys to tell us something funny that we could share. So we have a couple of really good dating stories for you during our tutorial. So
yes,
stay tuned. Don't fast forward.
We know they're going to anyway. And so as you can see, like my brows, they're kind of doing like an optical illusion and making this eye look a little bit bigger. This one kind of has a natural arch. Then she just dies there's no more hair. This one, there's got like a 1990s hip hop like dash. Some hairs are going this way, some are going this way. It's a mess.
Did you get that with a razor?
I would. I could leave it that way. It's very trendy right now.
It is trendy. There's lots of trends. But guys, do what's pretty on your face. That's why Bonnie and I are here, because you can do a trend all day long. It doesn't mean it's going to look good for you.
Right.
So we're here to help you look your best. And if you look your best, you're going to feel your best. And that's what we're here for.
That's how we
Roll.
glowed up.
Glowed up.
Glue up.
Glowed up. Glue glow.
That's how we
Glue glow.
That's all about the glow up.
That's right.
And those glowing pains.
When I used to not do anything with my brows and I had a caterpillar, it looked like a long one. Because they didn't have any separation.
And there's nothing wrong. Again, there's nothing wrong. This looks fine, but you spend all this time. It's like your face is like a present, and your brows you'll see the before and afters.
Like
It's like a pretty little bow.
Not having the bow. Not having the frame for the picture, or the frame for your face. So I always say, isn't that good? I always say, if you're not going to do much, do your eyebrows, do your lips, mascara, boom, do it.
True. So as you probably know, the popularity with brows, there are all kinds of products that you can use. You can use, creams and gels. There are powders. Emily she's got thicker brows, so she has a product by NYX that you can fill in with just powder. There are pencils, but I know I favor and talk a lot about Anastasia at Beverly Hills, but this is just my personal favorite because it's super thin. It goes on like butter. It's not, hard. This was a brand that I bought. I think this was like $3.99. It's just an LA Girls shadow. It's for eyeliners. But to get actual product on my eye, I broke it once because it's just, you truly get what you pay for. So that's why the only reason so this is the only reason why I tend to favor Anastasia at Beverly Hills is Brow Wiz, because it's tried and true. So what I normally do,
and I like definer because it's thicker, but it's still an angled. Just FYI.
Yeah. And I do love that one too, but because I have to draw mine on. So my process is for ladies out there. Now this isn't just people with thin eyebrows. There are a lot of fair-haired people, blondes, redheads, who their eyebrows are naturally very fair, so they like to draw them in. So one of my favorite secrets, this is the brand Milani. Right there, where can you see it? And this is called the Weekend Brow. And this is pretty much like, it's like a microblading, because this point, I don't know if you can see.
Look at that tip.
It's so fine, you can't even see. So what I do is I go in and I draw a brow. I draw the fake hairs on.
And you start with that.
I start with that.
Okay.
I draw the brow. I let it set, or just kind of dry a little bit, because it is, it's a brush tip. Then once it's kind of dried a little bit, then I go in and color in with my my Brow Wiz. So that's what I do.
Okay,
and then
so a liquid and then a pencil.
Okay. And then once it's all set, I brush them up, make sure they're nice and good, and I've got the arch that I want. And you can spend the money, and you can use the, this is Anastasia Beverly Hills's brow gel. You can't, or you don't have to use Anastasia. Everybody basically makes a brow gel now, or some kind of setting for your gel, for your eyebrows.
And that's really great too. If you have a lot of brows, but you need a little bit of color, or you need a little fill in, but you don't really want to do all of the work to do it, that's great for that.
Right.
I love that.
But a dupe for that, and I have been doing this for about 20 years because my brows have always been the struggle bus, is Maybelline made a transparent mascara. And I found this, no joke, about 16, 17 years ago, and I thought, this would be amazing for holding my brows. And I've been using it to this day. The only reason it looks dirty and gross is because this is fairly new. This is like a month old. But because I use it on my brows. Because it's not like harsh, and it's just, I love it. So
It is great.
That's my little
for that.
That's my little dupe for that. It's like $5 compared to this. It's like
$20 more.
Yeah, $17 or $18.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's my process. All right, so I'm gonna get started and go into my process, and Emily is gonna tell us about hers.
So I'm starting with the brow definer from Anastasia. And Bonnie is starting with what? You're starting with your
Milani.
Milani liquid.
It's the weekend brow. It's like a little pencil.
You starting in the thicker side of your brow?
No, I'm starting, if you can see, I'm trying to draw. I'm not worried. I've got a every eyebrow has 3 parts. You've got the bulb, the arch, and the tail. So because I've got enough hair for a bulb, I'm filling in the arch, where my natural arch is. And so that's what I'm kind of drawing in with this micro pen, is drawing like fake little hairs. And just so you know, we are filming this off to the side, so you will be able to see close up.
And ladies, I start on the inside. I'm a little different. Do a little bit, like she said, small strokes, but I also fill this whole section in, right in here, just a little bit thicker. And I go underneath, just a little bit on the brow, and then I go on top because I want mine to start looking a little thicker on the outside. I don't know if you can see, I have a little line at the top so far, and I go this direction with mine, and then I go on top of my eyebrow. And if there's a line, don't worry, because you're going to come back over it.
Right.
And you're going to brush.
And you can see what a difference that truly makes. All I've done is just fill in, like I've added some brush strokes.
Ooh.
And
brush strokes.
I've just added what looks like natural hair. I could stop there. Honestly, sometimes I do, just because it's better than less train wreck, but
it's like it lost its track.
Well, you can see part of it's already fallen off the track.
That train was like boom.
So
that's where we get the phrase train wreck.
Oh, this is a brow wreck. Woo! So
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
So normally I'm just gonna let it dry. I'm only gonna do one eyebrow here today while we're filming, just because, so you can see what a difference it makes and how much it frames up your face. So now that's pretty good and dry. So then I like to brush out my eyebrows. You know, your eyebrows naturally, they grow, you know, they're growing up. So today I'm going to use taupe. I don't like my eyebrows, even though the hairs are so dark. I'm going to fill it in with a little bit lighter color just to match my hair color.
And I'm just still going through here and filling in I'm just following all the little hairs. And guys, you know, you don't want harsh lines, okay? There's a big trend right here where it's real square, or there's a lot of product with no hair.
Right.
You want to follow the hairline. Creating something where there's no hair is not going to look natural. So if you want more of a natural look, you want to go trendy, go for it. We're not against that. We are just helping people do everyday brows that are simple to do, and they're just going to improve your look. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you glow up, okay?
Right.
But while she's doing that, I want to tell a dating story. Okay?
Do it.
We got a good one. So I was reminded, and then guys, I'm going again over the top of my brow here, creating a little bit of a line. I'm going to bring it down, but I'm not worried about that line because I'm going to fill it in and soften it later. Okay, dating story. So my friend met this guy. He was coming in town. She wanted all of us to meet him. Okay. So we're like, sure. So he gets here.
Was I there? I don't think I was there for that.
You were at one of the places.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not that he was that memorable until his behavior changed. So we're in the car driving. You know, my friend that he's here to see is in the front, and I'm in the back. And he's like a little bit Sling Blade-ish, you know, Billy Bob Thornton. Yes, yes, about everything. And the topic that he chose to discuss with me was snakes.
With what? Snakes?
And I'm like, yeah, you know. And he's like, you know, we have, and then he switched over to like Forrest Gump. We have copperhead snakes. We got rattlehead snakes. We got water moccasin snakes. And I literally look over and I'm like, well, we got different kinds of snakes in Texas. Okay, just saying. So we get to where we're going. He kind of acts out. We don't know this guy. And I'm just like, where did he come from? I'm like, is he a snake hunter? Like, what, does he have that show? What's that show? Monsters? What is that? River
Like
Monsters?
big river monsters?
Like, I was like, is he like a snake connoisseur? Anyways, so the whole night he's like real silent. But I know he was so nervous. That's why he just kept on. So we just decide he needs to go home. Like, we're done. Like, who is this guy? Why is he out of control? Like, what? So what we do is we get in the car with this guy. And my friend, he's like, I'm going to be sick. And my friend goes to stop her car. And he doesn't wait until she stops. He opens the door, slams it into a bridge. Throws up everywhere. And we're all like, oh, no. And when they get back to the house and she's just like really done with him.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, does this mean we won't get to kiss tonight?
Barf mouth?
I'm like, hey, vomit breath. No, sorry, you missed your chance. One, when you acted out, like, and then like you wreck her car. You want a goodnight kiss with that breath?
No.
I would say hands down, bad date.
Yeah, that's a bad date.
Bad date.
Whoa. She didn't marry. This isn't the girl. I think I know who you're talking about. She
didn't marry him, thank goodness.
Okay.
And I was like, I hope you have a future in Snape. Very nice to meet you. Sayonara.
That's hilarious. Hold on. So just, you can see I'm done coloring in my eyebrow. And what a difference it has made. All I did was just follow the route along my natural arch. This one kind of goes up a little bit. But I've kind of blended too much in to what I just drew on with this. So last step, I'm going to go back in and just paint on just a couple more.
So pretty. It's such a difference.
Just to make it look a little natural. See, it just looks like you've got a natural brow.
Look at the difference. Holy cow, look at that. Oh,
Right?
Amazing. See why brows are important?
It just sets the look. Last step, take my trusty Maybelline clear mascara gel, and all I do is I just brush the hairs up into the way they naturally fall. I just kind of set them in place. I like them. It's trendy now to have them kind of going up. I've been doing that for years. So, boom.
Love it.
Done.
Love it.
Done.
My last step is I use Build Them Up by NYX. It's got a little tip on it. Now, this is a very unique product because this is powder. Okay, be sure and shake it over a paper towel because it does shed product. But it's so soft, and you can guide it into your hairline, like little bitty bits, wherever you feel like it needs to be filled in. I like to go over the top of where my pencil is because I want to soften the lines. Okay, so I'm going to go all over the lines here, bring it down, follow the arch, I go to the top, and go back down. And then same thing here. When I want a little bit more hair filled in, I just kind of do soft brush stroke. Brush strokes, is that what I said? Brush strokes. And then, then I brush them, and voila.
Ooh! So you don't use any kind of like setting
I
gel?
don't set mine. I'm lazy.
You probably don't need to. My hairs are so thin that they.
A
slight breeze comes through. Mine are like crazy.
Like some people's toupees we've seen.
Yes.
In the news that blow off. You don't want that happening. You don't want your brows going. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
And I haven't used that before, but I wish my brows. I wish I didn't have to do this every day. I mean, you saw how long it took. Now, of course,
I wish I didn't have to wear a girdle, but some things are just real life. You know what I mean?
We have to do. The struggle
Sometimes
is real.
You gotta shove everything in there, pull it up, keep going.
And I will tell you one tip. If you're watching this and you're like, I don't have any of that, go out and just try products. And one thing that is great about Ulta, why I love Ulta, actually, I don't know this about Sephora.
It's like a shameless plug.
But, I did go, when I was at Ulta last weekend, I did go and buy. There are so many products out there for brows. And so I brought this L'Oreal micro ink pen. I bought it because, I don't know if you can see, but it's got kind of like three prong, kind of weird to mimic.
It's like the claw.
It's weird. This sucker is going back, and that's one thing. All you gotta do. This thing is trash.
Sorry, we love you, Maybelline, but not that pen.
No, this.
Or L'Oreal?
No, it was horrible.
Who is that?
Huh?
Who is it?
It's L'Oreal. So this was like $9.
Sorry,
So,
not everything. It's a trial and error.
it
Not
is.
Everything's gonna be great.
That's my point with talking about Ulta was keep the packaging. I'm returning this.
Yes.
They'll take it back. So try what works best for you. There are other kinds of pencils. Emily and I were just talking about one. RIMMEL makes a good pencil, which I
RIMMEL?
used for years before I.
Oh, I love this. RIMMEL and Hazel. It works for a lot of different eye
Yes.
colors. Eyebrow colors, because it's very soft. It's a little bit of a taupe, which is great. But the dupe for Bonnie's Brow Wiz is the NYX right here.
Viewer recommendation.
This is, yes, viewer, thank you. This is a micro brow pencil, and I got chocolate, but I just want to show you guys how teeny tiny this is. And so when you're going in here, like, you can just softly fill those in just a little bit. So if you're really scared of like the little bit of the bigger ones, like the brow definers, these are a little bit heavy. If you don't have a lot of brows, it's best to start with something small like Bonnie. You can control it, you know where the product is going to go, and you're not like, boom, all of a sudden you've got this whole eyebrow situation going that you can't control. And that's with anything. If you're working on eyeshadows or eyeliners, always go with small brushes. Same concept goes with an eyebrow, and that's going to be the best way to tackle it, is something a smaller tip.
And just, mine look this good because this is decades of trial and error, just like you said,
right?
And practice. So just practice makes perfect. If you want to have a bomb little eyebrow like this too, find you a pencil that works and have fun with it.
That's right.
That's all.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to finish my left brow because this one's a little darker.
And I'm not, because I like this uncomfortableness.
Train wreck. So I'm going to go into mine, and Bonnie has a funny dating story.
Okay, yes,
for
this is something that happened to me, and it's kind of a tip. Being single for as long as we have, and
men out there, listen to this.
Getting back into the dating pool, if you don't already know, is super hard, especially when you're in your late 30s like us. So this one time I was talking to this guy long distance, and so there was a time difference, and he we had to plan FaceTiming, and it was so awkward. So we set a time. Okay, I'll give you a call like at 7:00. We'll FaceTime at 7. No joke. I called him. He had his phone kind of propped up, and he was strumming the guitar, and he reaches over.
Is he a musician?
No.
Oh my gosh. No, not answering the phone trying to impress.
It was a hobby. That's fine.
He's like, oh, so you got me. I was just singing your love song.
No joke. He answers the phone. He answers the phone. Oh, hey, you just caught me in the middle of tuning or playing my guitar.
Bless. That's crazy.
I couldn't help but bust out laughing. I'm like,
because you're like, it's not genuine.
How is that? Why would you think that this setup that he had set up would be authentic? Like, I would have much rather. It provided some comical relief because we were in the first stages of FaceTiming. So, but it was and he wasn't being facetious. He was just like,
trying to be impressive, bless his heart.
Oh, hi. You just stumbled upon me. You knew I was calling at 7. Who are you trying to kiss?
Be your authentic self. And you know what? Don't take bathroom selfies.
Oh, no. Don't do it.
If I see your urinal in the back, I'm going to be thinking about Clorox bleach, not your abs. Well, that's the other thing. And don't show me, like, shirtless in the bathroom. Like,
to some guys, now women,
so many backgrounds.
We are the queens of selfies, and most guys, they don't really know how to take a proper selfie without looking like this, So
man, I gotta cover that.
Two guys is to their point, they don't have a lot of mirrors in their house, right? So the only one in their house is probably in their bathroom. But don't do it.
Don't do it. Be your authentic self. How many
Get
times can I
yourself
say
in that golden hour.
And
Go out
maybe-
on your patio, your backyard, on your couch.
Maybe that is their authentic self. Golden hour means 3 or 4 o'clock when it's
It's about an
just
hour before sunset.
glowy and amazing.
Hour before or after sunset. Or, yeah, before or after sunset. So, I just thought it was hilarious. And I tried to call him on it, and he got embarrassed, and then he got mad, and so I'm like...
That's one thing we're working on. Don't be like, to his ego. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was
Give him a little something.
no, it didn't. It didn't work out.
He
but...
didn't have the right beat for your heart. We could talk about this all day,
God,
but you know, we just want to make this fun and funny. We're not here to make fun of men. We love men, obviously. However, you know, we just have to share like our funny stuff because we know we've been through it. We've lived a little bit, and we just want to make you guys laugh. Help you learn how to do some fleek brows. So thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. Please like and share and subscribe to our page because we love you. And remember, no matter what anyone says, you are your fabulous self.
That's right. And just if you're wondering, I will on the YouTube channel, if you haven't noticed before, if you look in the description at the end of every episode, I do list all the products that we talk about. If you were like, wait, a minute, what was that? I will list it out what it was. So you can always check there in the description on our YouTube channel. How do you get to our YouTube channel? Well, you have to go to the glowup_girls on Instagram, and there is a link in our bio. Takes you straight to our page.
Yes, and feel free to send us a DM because we want to hear from you, and what you tell us is what we will film next. So
Yes.
thank you guys so much.
Bye.